Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And, well, boys, we can't really go long without something happening, huh? Some type of drama or incredibly poor decision making from wargaming. Well, at least in the optic of, I would imagine, most players. At least. So, the Missouri, the long awaited Tier 9 premium American battleship that was once in the game that was removed from the game that is now being added back into the game is being re-released this patch to celebrate the end of World War II, the 76th anniversary of World War II ending on August 27th. And it was announced some time ago that Missouri would be available yet again for players to this time purchase with doubloons. Now, the Missouri is, of course, the first free XP ship in the game, the first Tier 9 premium ship, and her economy is quite frightening currently. However, the Missouri that will be available to pick up during this event will not have the old economy. However, commanders who have the Missouri already in their port, according to Wargaming, will receive a never-ending combat mission that will make up for the change in economics. And you'll see for yourself just how good the Missouri's economy at the end of the match you're watching right now. So, Missouri is available to buy for doubloons, right? Technically, that's true. And yesterday I kind of, not really defended, but kind of played down the miswording of the summer sale description in the armory, saying, it's a communication mistake that's tried and true, going to happen with Wargaming with their translation from Russian to English. And, well, if what this article says about Missouri is true, then maybe I was a bit too generous there, and maybe they are that persnickety with their words. Because, boys, Missouri will be available to purchase for doubloons. But if this article is the full story, only in random bundles. So remember that poll I put up about Johan de Witt and how many bundles it took players to get Johan de Witt, which is a Tier 9 tech line ship in the early access event? Yeah, that, but with Missouri. Tier 9 premium battleship. I can promise you not a lot of players are going to be getting this on their first or second bundle. Words do not... I can't really put into words what I'm thinking right now. I mean, this is one of the most sought after ships in the game. One part due to her economy, because of how good her economy is and how much this thing prints money. However, they removed that from her, and she's still a very desirable ship, and rightfully so. Missouri is one of the most historically significant ships in the game. The ship saw an amazing service life. Literally, World War II ended on the deck of this real-life ship, and it would be very cool for players to pick her up in game. And the Missouri served for so long, there's crew members of the Missouri playing this game right now, which I think is incredible, and I think they should very much be able to pick up their ship in game, but not in frickin' random bundles. Wargaming, good lord. And I knew it. I didn't want to say it, but it just didn't make sense. This is a ship that people will wail hundreds, if not thousands of dollars trying to get in Christmas containers. And Wargaming was just going to sell it for doubloons. That doesn't make sense in my mind from Wargaming's perspective. A ship that just the mere notion of picking the ship up in a Christmas container causes whales to throw their credit cards at the game. And then they're just going to outright sell it and remove its economy. It just didn't make sense that they were literally shooting their goose that lays their golden egg. But now it does. Being available in this event just for, I'm assuming, a temporary... Oh yeah, it's got to be a temporary event if it's going to be in random bundles. To where you have to go through the strains of the random bundles to get the Missouri. Wargaming right now, to avoid absolute calamity when this goes live, for the love of God, release the probability of you getting Missouri just in the front so we can avoid a Johan de Witt situation. They probably won't, but if you're watching Wargaming, you need to do that. What's really interesting too is that they don't tell you how many bundles are in this event right now. It could be 50, it could be 76, it could be 100. And you know what? Players are still going to try and get it. But if any of you are considering getting this ship out there right now, watching this video, do not get the Missouri. Last time I talked about getting the Missouri, I said it's really not worth it for what I would thought the ship was going to be charged for about $80, the price of a Tier 9 premium ship. Sadly, the Missouri is not worth it anymore. She no longer, well, she never got it in the first place. She doesn't get the improved American battleship hill. She doesn't get anything that the stock Missouri, the stock Iowa, the Techline Iowa, not the stock Iowa, my bad, the Techline Tier 9 American battleship, the Iowa. She doesn't have anything over that ship except for her radar. And her radar isn't even that useful anymore. There's a lot of radar at higher tier. It's only really useful in close-in situations when you're pushing an island and you don't know what's on the other side of this island. There might be a DD waiting for you. There might be a cruiser waiting for you. That's about the only situation it's useful. Or if you're being shadowed by a DD in the open water. However, again, with the amount of radar at higher tier, it's really not that useful. It only has a 9.5 kilometer range. Most tier 10 radar has at least a 10 kilometer range, unless you're talking about the Salem and a couple of the radars on the DDs. But that's it's nowhere near enough for this ship to be worth going through these random bundles. And it's really shocking to me that they removed her economy. Because if this ship still had the same economy, people would be all over this for these random bundles. A guaranteed chance, not a chance, but a guaranteed to get a Missouri out of these bundles if you go all the way to the end with that economy. And when they removed the economy, I thought they were just going to sell her outright. And it sure was worded like that, but until now, nope. Little old switch. I don't know if it's really a switcheroo, but again, it was so delicately worded. Available for doubloons. She is available for doubloons and random bundles. But do not try to get this ship in random bundles. It is not worth it. It's an Iowa with the stock American battleship hill. No plane. A radar that's not that useful. That's it. That's the Missouri now. No economy to back it up. All of its shortcomings before were backed up by the economy. If you already had the Missouri, you will still have that economy according to Wargaming. And I know it's hard not to go for it. I know it's the Missouri. It's a very historical ship. It's the collector's dream ship, but it is not worth it anymore. Do not spend money on this event. Do not try to pick up the Missouri. It's really hard for me to say that too, because I really like the ship. Again, it's a very historical ship. It's just so frustrating that they choose to do this. Like, we're losing the Missouri economy for this. Like, God, if you're going to sell the ship outright, I understand. And they worded it like they were doing it like that because they even mentioned how sought after the ship is and how many players wanted to get the ship in their collection. And it sounded like they were just going to outright sell it or maybe come back for free XP. But no, they just freaking did this. And it's incredibly frustrating that they do this with this ship because they know what they're doing. They absolutely know what they're doing. But again, guys, if you're looking at this event and looking to pick up the Missouri, don't. Just don't. Go get an Iowa. Buy the premium camo for the Iowa. It'll cost you a lot less. I know the Tier 9 premium camos are kind of expensive, but I promise you'll spend less money buying the premium camo for the Iowa than you will trying to get the Missouri in these random bundles. Remember the Johann de Witt? Remember this graph? Remember this graph. Remember this poll. Remember this poll. Look at all those players that had to go to like the last 10 bundles to get their ship. Look at that. Look at that. That's with a Tech 9 ship. With a Techline Tier 9 ship. Tech 9 ship. Yeah, the machine pistol ship. That's with a Techline Tier 9 ship. A Techline Tier 9 ship. How far do you think they're going to make it go for a Tier 9 premium ship for the Missouri? It'll be interesting to see the results of this poll with God knows how many bundles they're going to do. 72 for the Johann de Witt. I'm predicting probably 76, maybe 80, maybe even 100 bundles. Who knows? Who freaking knows? This is just greed. So much greed. And oh my God. And you know what? I bet that this event's gonna end, And you know what's going to come back again next year for the anniversary of the end of World War II? The Missouri again, and more random bundles. I bet that's what's. I bet y'all that's what's going to happen. You done did it, Wargaming. You done frickin' did it. So, whales beware. History buffs beware. Don't get this ship. Don't try to get it. Save your money. It's better spent elsewhere. Just buy some premium time. Buy some camos. Well, buy the Iowa premium camo. You'll be fine in terms of credit income at that point. Much better ship altogether. But do not spend money on this ship. Do not feed into Wargaming's greed for this event. It's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it. So that's what I got for today, guys. We'll do a video on the update probably tomorrow, going through all the rest of the changes and probably checking out the subs and ranked and co-op. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way. Oh yeah, and the new Battleship secondary skills come out tomorrow too. So we will definitely be taking a look at that. That's the silver lining to this update with this Missouri event. But anyway, guys, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.